Welcome everybody to Breakthrough NLP Certification Intro-Preview webinar. Before I begin, I just thought of just sharing with you a little bit of what we do at Breakthrough Academy. So Breakthrough Academy, I'm the co-founder of Breakthrough Academy and Therapy. What we do is we offer a suite of various therapeutical resources as well as training and certification courses. I'm going to share with you a little bit of who this webinar is for, or those of you who are attending right now. If you really need a breakthrough in your personal or interpersonal life or development, this is for you. If you want to overcome your unconstructive belief systems, habits, or behaviors, this is certainly for you. Or if you want more clarity, focus, and motivation in achieving your goals, how to set goals, how to line them up properly and achieve them, NLP is certainly for you. If you want to learn powerful tools for personal mastery, interpersonal skills for yourself or to help others, I'm sure there are a few coaches, trainers here, as well as counselors, even if you're looking for more psychomodalities, this is for you. Lastly, if you're a leader, like whether you're a business leader, manager, and you want to enhance your influence and persuasive skills to lead your teams well and your teams, well, then this is for you. Next, I want to share with you a little bit of what neuro-linguistic programming is all about. I know some of you will probably already know it, but I'm kind of inclined to share with all of us the basics of NLP. So what is N? N is neuro, of course, our neurological nervous system, which is connected to the mind, where we process information and experiences. And then we come to the letter L, which is linguistic. This is our language structure, our communication systems of our mind, and how we encode and represent meaning. And this is so important because once it's embedded and installed into your mind, the meanings that you create as you go through life experiences, it becomes a governing source over your life and very good predictor as well. And so we come to P, which is the programming part. You know, only humans are the only species who has the power to program or to reprogram themselves in order to design their future. Programming aspect of NLP is the subconscious programs that we run every day in our lives, in our neurology, that produces outcomes and results. And if it's negative, hey, as human beings, we can recalibrate, reprogram ourselves, and redesign our future. So there you are. There you have it. NLP is such a tool, a programming or reprogramming tool that is really powerful. Here's a very brief origins of NLP. The founders and co-developers of NLP are Dr. Richard Bandler and Dr. John Grinder. And together they discovered in the 50s, 60s that there were connections between neurological processes, language, and behavioral patterns learned through experience. And experience is the programming. Sometimes it's the conditioning of our lives. And that these could be adjusted, tweak, and change to achieve specific goals and outcomes in life. Imagine having the tools to understand, not just to interpret our mindset, but to learn how to tweak it, realign it, calibrate it for success. That will be a very powerful resource for all of us. How does NLP help us? Well, there's a whole ton of research as well as anecdotal evidence out there. It is a modeling theory where, you know, if you want to design your life after someone or after some successful patterns, NLP helps you to do that with the codes and with the processes, communications and public speaking, mindset reboot, beliefs installation, clarity, focus, motivation, accelerated breakthrough, peak performance, personal mastery, transformation, your state management, emotional energy regulation, interpersonal mastery, influence and persuasion. This is especially useful for salespeople or for those of you running businesses, leadership management, business coaching and training, and therapeutic healing and self-care. In the last 2-3 years, psychotherapy, counseling, and healing has been in the forefront of a lot of people's issues, mental health especially, and NLP is one of those modalities that can assist us. Guys, I wanted to share a little bit of the mechanism of our minds, our mindset in particular. And shortly after this, I want to pass on to Tony Tan, who will be bringing us through a little bit of some of the tools of NLP, what he does as a NLP trainer, and how that can help you. Maybe he would even do a demonstration role play with one of you, okay? So our brains or our minds can be kind of divided in this very classical metaphor of the iceberg. What you can see on the top is the conscious mind, right? And people have said that it's only 5 to 10% of our actual will, right? Because below the iceberg is the subconscious mind, and it constitutes 90% of the way we live and behave. 90%, that's quite a lot, right? And since the subconscious is in the realm of the unawareness, because the conscious mind is the seat of your awareness, right? You know, you choose, you make a choice, decision, or you will yourself to do something, you want to set goals, those are the functions of the conscious mind. But the subconscious mind is very unconscious in that manner, in a way that it's snap judgments, very instinctive behavior. And that's why they say that your subconscious actually rules your mind. Now, I'm not going into the details of how your subconscious belief systems and value systems came about, but just understand that there are a lot of drivers. There are a lot of emotions, values, and belief systems that actually drive our behavior, and they all come from below, right? We sometimes don't even think about it. Sometimes there are people who say that the subconscious mind is like really what you're unaware of, what you're unaware of, but it governs your life and predicts your future. So let me give you an example. If you were to set a goal, a simple goal, for example, you want to wake up tomorrow, yeah, at a very early time for some reason, yeah, let's say 5 a.m. I'm not sure about you, but I don't wake up at anywhere past or before 8 o'clock. So let's say you want to set something that you have never done before, or 5 a.m. You set the alarm clock. Guess what happens? I mean, if you were to be honest with yourself, 5 o'clock comes, alarm bell rings. What do? Well, classically, you will be conditioned to press the snooze button, right? So you press the snooze button. What would you be saying to yourself? So let's examine some self-talk. You might be saying, you know what, why am I doing this for 10 more minutes? Or maybe, hey, tomorrow, we start tomorrow, right? So you start to procrastinate. You'll probably be feeling very unmotivated or demotivated. So whatever the case is, one might say that there's no obstacle stopping you from waking up. No one is stopping you or hindering you from achieving your goal of waking up at 5 a.m. Only you yourself, right? So this is what most people would say as a sabotaging effect. So you self-sabotage your own goals that you set for yourself. Why? Because you're not programmed for it. So goal setting starts like that, right? We start with our conscious activity of the mind that says, hey, I want to make more money this year. Hey, I want to get good relationships. Hey, I want to do this. And that is a 10% activity, the conscious mind. Isn't that true? But really, what governs and the outcome is your subconscious mind, the 90%. Yeah. So there you have it. If you really want to achieve results in your life, don't go out there looking for the latest tools. Don't even set goals. Don't even start visualizing, oh, I need a vision board. Start by calibrating your mind. Start by calibrating and start looking deeper into your subconscious mind, the 90% that's not there. NLP has the tools that does such a job. NLP in itself is not a tool, it's a modality that covers a suite of maybe 20 to 30 over techniques and tools. And together, Dr. Richard Bandler and John Grinder have actually amassed a whole suite of various tools that helps to re-engineer your mind and your life. At this point of time, I want to take a while to just introduce Tony Tan. Tony Tan is a clinical psychologist. He's a trainer and coach for many years. But what I really appreciate about his work is that he's a psychotherapist that uses the various tools, including NLP, not just to train and teach others and certify them, but to use it at a very deep level, a psychological level, so that his clients are able to recondition themselves in more constructive ways, starting with the belief systems. He is seen here, right here in this image, with a backdrop of his very spacious, not his home, but a facility in Thailand called 180 Sanctuary. It is a rehab retreat center for behavior change, addictions management, as well as mental health, all the way in the cool hills of Chiang Mai. And he's got clients from all over the world, from the States, Europe, Australia, and also in Asia. So I'm going to hand this time to Tony Tan. He's going to share a little bit of what he does as a trainer, as well as a practicing psychologist, as well as how he uses NLP. And hopefully he can do a demo with us today. So will you help me to welcome Tony Tan?
Hi, everyone. Yep. So I'm Tony here. So as you are aware, I'm calling from Thailand, Chiang Mai at the moment, and this is where I'm based. So fundamentally, what I work as is a clinical psychologist. So I run this facility, as you can see in the picture. It's quite a huge facility, and we deal with mental health trauma, psychological trauma, as well as addiction issue. So thank you, Glenn, for inviting me to be part of this training. As you know, my training is a psychologist, but why am I interested in NLP? And that was when it really changed my life. After I had come in contact with NLP, I learned what is NLP, and it really gave me that, mindset change, how fast and how effective it can be when you use this in your daily life. As you know, psychologists, we are trained to work with the mind, work with the understanding, we assess it, but after I learned NLP, and that really gave me a deeper understanding how effective this tool can be to help people to change. Yep. All right. So over here, today, I would like to introduce to you, some of the NLP over here. What is the power of NLP? We all like to know what NLP can do in our life, all right? So today we are going to see, firstly, you have to know through how your mind works, and NLP will help you to understand that, And not only that, it identify what are important in your life. It set goals to help you achieve them. I think that's what we all are trying to do today. Especially after COVID, people felt like they have not achieved much. They were lacking behind in their life goals. And this is what NLP can help you to do it, And what we also do is help you to use this knowledge, listen to this, to achieve the result you want faster. And because of that, it adds value to your life, right? So this is how impressive NLP can be, all right? So the next slide we are going to introduce today is one of the many techniques you are going to learn at NLP, But I'm going to talk about this technique. It's called cause versus effect, So what does it mean? And why do we learn this thing, Basically, cause versus effect approach is about taking responsibility in your life so that you can hold on to your personal power rather than giving it away, which will leave you feeling more empowered, The whole idea of doing this is for you to be more self-empowered, all right? So why? So we're cause versus effect, What is cause? So when you are at cause, it allows you to take personal responsibility and accountability for your life. And this is an important understanding. Why? Because that is where you gain empowerment, all right? Then it also allows you to take control of your life. I believe many of us today, why are you here today at this time, listening to all this? Because you felt there is a need that at this point of your life, you need to achieve something and take control, right? So being at cause allows you to do that, So understanding when you are thinking at cause, it gives you result, and that result gives you empowerment. So what about effect? When you think at effect, it gives you reason, excuses, And what it really does is causes you to disempower yourself. So cause help you to achieve result. Effect help you to create reason that you disempower yourself. Another thing for reason can be excuses. All right. So let's start with this slide where the event that is happening. Yeah, you all can see. And usually you will choose how you respond. Do you want to respond in a positive manner or in a negative manner? All right, let's go down the negative road. Okay, so when you choose to be negative about something, you are actually at effect. And what happened? You start telling yourself, isn't life awful? Let's give an example. During COVID, I believe many of you struggle being stuck at home, not able to do anything, go anywhere. You all will start thinking your life wasn't going and progressing. That's awful, right? So what happened? You felt you have no control, a victim state. And what happened? When you look at the event, you feel more frustrated. So you are in this vicious cycle loop. But imagine this, if you were to think at cause, which is positive, yeah, you're looking for solution. What you do is actually, you are looking at choices and option. Why? So you can increase your influence over the situation. And when you look at the event, you will be more positive. Okay, so I would like to ask the participants today, yeah? Is there any one of you would like to volunteer to do some exercise with me so that I can help you move from a negative state or a negative position where you are today that you are struggling with into a positive state? Is there anyone? Yeah, you can unmute yourself and volunteer.
Hi, Tony.
Hi, is this,
Hi.
can you introduce yourself?
My name is Lina, so I'm
Lina.
interested to find out what you're saying.
Okay. All right, Lina, thank you for your participants and your willingness. All right, can you give me an example of your life where you are really struggling now? No, it don't have to be everything, but basically tell me, is there a big struggle or a negative state that you are stuck with now?
So, pretty recent, I set a task for myself, and when I'm not able to achieve it, I start to feel very frustrated.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of negative thoughts.
Okay. So, guys, you all hear what Lina has shared? She felt she has not achieved something in her life. Yeah, she has not possibly done enough, right? Yeah. So you felt frustrated. You were questioning yourself. So, Lina, are you, if you were to look at this, are you at cause or at effect?
I can say after your sharing, I am definitely at effect.
Yeah. Okay. Why? Because she felt frustrated. Yeah.
Right.
She started questioning. Okay. So what happened here is she's going into this loop. She's not going to get out. She will felt like she's a victim. There's nothing she can do about her life. Do you want to be stuck in this state, Lina?
Definitely no.
What if I tell you today, you can get out of this state by just simply changing the way you look at things? Would you want that solution?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
How about looking at this? There are perhaps things you cannot control in your life, correct?
Right.
How about things that you can make a slight change by doing something different? Is there a possibility about that?
Yes, I think there is definitely like a chance to relook again to where I can work on something to make it to achieve my task.
Sure. And let's say we give you, starting tomorrow, set a task for yourself to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
Would
Yeah.
you be able to set a task for yourself to do
Yes.
something different?
Yes.
Yeah. And when you start doing that task and you start seeing results,
Mhm.
would you be at effect or at cause?
And I think if I will be able to start doing that, I think I'll be at cost.
Mm. So would you be start looking at your problem or your situation differently?
Yes. look into solution instead.
Amazing, guys. See, that is how fast and how effective it can be by switching. This is psychologist, but this is also NLP. And that is how fast you can flip and change. So that is the power of NLP. We are talking about it today. And that is instant. That is powerful. All right. How you feel now about your problem, Lena?
I think I start to have some ideas what I need to do tomorrow already.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Lena, for your sharing and your participants. So thank you everyone for, let's acknowledge Lena. Yeah, you can share, clap in the chat board to encourage her. So I'm going to share more about what is cause and effect, all right? So today, if you say, I am fat, I have a slow metabolism and I can't do anything about it, that is actually what you are at effect, yeah? And when you start saying that, there are many people who want a great relationship, and how can I attract that kind of people? What does that mean? That means you are at cost. So that is the instant difference, right? Another way to look at it is, it's a problem we face by many people. As they get older, they struggle to find work. Yeah, many employers don't want people of my age, but I will find the exception to that rule. So what is actually happening here? You are at cost because you are trying to find a solution. If you were saying there are no jobs around for people my age, you probably are right as well. You are actually stuck at effect. So you see, having that mindset change is so important. And that's what NLP is really all about, that instant change instantly, right? So I'm at my last slide, and thank you guys for being with me. And this is the most important thing. Why we learn NLP and why we learn cause and effect is about gaining your personal control, personal power, right? To take action and achieve result. So you want to be at cause and not effect. I hope you all understand that today. Yeah. So this is a very, very simple way to understand why you all need to learn NLP and how it can help you. Because in life, we must be certain to create an empowering meaning. And that's the work I've been doing. That's why when I start to interact with NLP, it really changed my whole understanding of it. And I'm a big advocate of it today. And I'm very glad that Glenn has been willing to partner with me to bring this to people back home in Singapore.
Thank you, Tony. And I hope that you guys have got a taste of what Tony can deliver. That was just one out of 20 or 30 over NLP tools and models. Now, guys, we've come to that segment where I'm here to introduce and give you an overview of our brand of Breakthrough NLP, starting with the NLP Practitioner Certification, and of course, the whole training and certification pathway as well. Just give me a couple more minutes. I've got about 6 to 7 slides, and I will be sharing with you the price point as well. We're really excited because over the last 5 years, we have actually launched a Breakthrough brand of NLP, but somehow the COVID has kind of slowed us down. But this year is exciting because we are relaunching it with a new structure, curriculum, course content, and of course, Tony being our latest trainer and partner here. Now, I'm really excited to launch this year our training pathway, and it is certified in the various steps of this whole pathway and journey. You, of course, start off with our certified NLP practitioner. This will be awarded and accredited by the ABNLP, American Board of NLP. So it carries with it the authority and the credentials. And then you can branch off one of 3 of these pathways. Right up at the top would be the NLP Mental Health Practitioner. So there are many of you who are into psychotherapy, counseling. Mental health has been on a rise, right? Ever since the last 2-3 years. And in it, there are the level 1s, and we are looking at different levels of accreditation as well. Tony will be the main trainer for this because back in his center in Chiang Mai, they have been already running this for many batches already, focusing on mental health. And of course, at the same time, you could also be doing your NLP Master Practitioner. Nobody really who embarks on a NLP certification training just stops at practitioner. You really want to be a Master Prac. And so this will be a triple certification certified again by Tony. The second pathway could be the NLP coaching. Maybe you don't want to deal with therapeutic work or healing work, but you want to help people progress. You want to help people chart their goals and to achieve results. We've got level 1, 2, and 3 even included here. Part of it has got to do with future coach training, which is another brand, another pillar of our work at Breakthrough Academy. At the same time, you can also do your Master Prac. Lastly, we've got an upcoming exciting course. This is for the corporates as well as for entrepreneurs. If you're a business owner, you're a leader in an organization, this is the NLP Leadership and Business Mastery Level 1 and 2. At the same time, you can also do your Master Prac. Now, we've also got along in the journey, right towards the end, the NLP Triple T, which is the trainer certification. It's going to be a longer duration, but Tony and his team will be looking into this next year. So the point of all this is that it is a journey that you can embark on, really exciting one. These days, post-pandemic, everything's what we call micro-credentialing, small units where you can certify yourself and also create your own customized pathway. And at short intervals, no point going for a 2-3 year master's program and then find out that the world has changed again, right? So what's really trending now in education is micro-credentials, small units built up along a pathway that is customized and personalized to you. But it all starts with this. Your NLP accreditation journey starts with the Prac certification. So this certification elsewhere is usually run at about 7 days, 9 days. I've heard some people running it for 12 days. You'll be surprised at our duration. I'm going to share with you really quickly. So earlier on, Tony was sharing about the power of the NLP suite of tools. And he used one, which is cause versus effect. But there are so many other submodalities, representation systems, agreement frame, reframing, switch patterns, anchoring. All this and more will be covered under our journey, maybe not at a practitioner level alone, because we purposely made it accelerated, but you get to be introduced to the full range of our tools and toolboxes. For our NLP Practitioner Outline, it is only 5 days. Now, get this, 5 full days split over 6 days because day 1 and day 4, as you can tell, are half days. In fact, it is Friday evenings. The 2 weekends that you need to kind of give yourself and invest your time in just to get a practitioner, where elsewhere probably 1 month, 2 months, 3 months even, is done in a very immersive environment. We purposely designed this way. Now, I am a curriculum designer. I'm an instructional designer. Tony has been training for decades. And together we kind of come up with this, and we pick selectively the kind of tools and techniques that are useful and very easily attainable. They are portable skills. And we load them in starting with day 1 in the evening, 7 to 10. Okay, so Friday, and then day 2 and day 3 will be Saturday and Sunday, full days. Of course, full days is immersive. And then followed by the next weekend, day 4, Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, full day again. So really, you don't need to take leave if you're working. And if you are, or if you're busy or whatever season, just spend 2 weekends. What usually takes months to achieve. 2 weekends with us, we promise that you'll take away the tools, the basic tools at least, of the practitioner course. So why us? Very quickly, there are 4 reasons. Number 1, you're going to receive, I would say, value-added certification. There are relevant NLP certifications, including the accredited ABNLP practitioner certificates. I'm going to share with you what the other 2. So we call this a 1+2 certification program. Number 2, you undergo the shortest training duration, 5 days. Okay, that's all. So hands down, there's no one else out there, not in Asia, not in Singapore, that I know that can complete a licensed accredited practitioner outline in just 5 days flat. Number 3, you are getting the most powerful integration of NLP curriculum and methodologies by Tony, by myself, but Tony will be the main trainer. I'm just facilitating the classes because already we have many inquiries. Lastly, you're investing in the most affordable value per investment. Now, I don't want to use the word cheap. It just cheapens the whole thing, right? But really, I've done the research out there. I've been practicing in a psychotherapeutic industry for nearly 2 decades. So I know my work and I know who is out there in the market, like currently, which is not many. And there's nowhere anybody can come close to the pilot launch price offer that we are going to offer you. Here's the price comparison outside. Well, typically, you'll be offered a normal, legit NLP practitioner certification will be anywhere in the range of 2.5, 2.9, all the way upwards to 3 plus Singapore dollars. Okay, so 2,000 to 3,000 Singapore dollars. Here's our price point. Firstly, understand the components of our Breakthrough NLP brand. You get the certified licensed NLP Practitioner cert. That's the most important. That's the core, right? Certification by ABNLP, which is the American Board of NLP. Then you'll get the +2. They are related. They're not essential, but they're complementary. And those will be conducted by me. So the second one is the certified EDT, which is the energy defragmentation therapy. It's very related to subconscious work, what we call the deeper subconscious fragmentation, or what we typically call the shadow work or splintered soul work. So that is a 1-day program. That's outside of the 5 days at a scheduled time. And you can pick and choose. You can pick on a series of maybe 3 runs in a year. And then the third one will be the certified subconscious acceleration user. This is, of course, if you've heard of the accelerated learning technologies, they typically take about 3 months to run this. I've kind of condensed it to just half a day. Again, you can pick and choose your dates for that, and it's certified. So altogether, 3 certificates. Then you will also be part of a community of learners, so what we call a COL, where you are going to get updates of latest trends related to NLP or psychotherapeutic work, as well as a group coaching over a period of 1 year. My goodness, 12 months support in a community, because we learn best in a herd, in a community of like-minded individuals. And then you're going to get personal coaching support. Now, this is where the value is, because you're going to get direct one-on-one, face-to-face coaching from myself or with Tony. Tony, of course, when he's in town, but he will also conduct the monthly group coaching. We call it monthly, like once a month first, but it's really as and when. Okay, so you get plugged into the community, and with Tony's background, that it will be a global community, and then plus locally you'll get personal support as well, because as we go through this stuff, our subconscious will begin to surface our own issues, which is great. Ever heard of the term called wounded healer, where in order to help someone in trouble or who is wounded, we ourselves must be confronted and to address our own healing. What is the price point of each one? Well, there you have it. The certified licensed NLP Prac certificate is worth 2,100 Singapore dollars. These are all in Singapore units. And then the other two will be about 1,000 each. The community of learning plus the bonus and support at the community level, as well as the one-to-one level, which is really value added, is worth 1.2 as well as 900 Singapore dollars. Altogether, we're talking about a total value of 6,600 Singapore dollars. Obviously, this is the public published rate, but since you are here and we do want to honor those of you who made time, albeit 45 minutes only, we have a QR code right now, as well as the link that is being pumped into the chat group, the chat box, where you can read more for yourself, as well as find out the promo rate. I'm biting my tongue. I can't announce it here in a public forum, but do get on call with us. Click on the enrollment form, and then inside, you can also click your details. Fill out your particulars, make sure they are accurate. We prefer your personal email address. because we've had people who use their company's address and it's been bouncing. The deliverability is not so good. And after all, let's work at a personal level. So if you're really interested in this, and if you know you're ready to invest in your personal mastery and development, as well as, scaling, uplifting yourself to the next level, let's get on a call. The call will be a very quick chat. We want to ascertain feasibility. We also want to know your needs, and we can explain the details further, because at this public forum, this will not be an appropriate place. All we can do is just tell you the overview.